we are getting news that Manish Sisodia may have been arrested. Remember, it was since 11 a.m. this morning when Manish Sisodia was being questioned in the Delhi excise policy case at the CBI headquarters. The latest that we are now gathering is that the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has been placed under arrest by the CBI. This is in the case of the Delhi excise policy. Remember, he was accused number one as far as the FIR is concerned. Today was the second time around when Manish Sisodia was questioned. He has now been formally put under arrest. It is something that the Aam Aadmi Party and Manish Sisodia himself had predicted this morning, that he was going to be arrested. Looks like that has now happened. Manish Sisodia has been arrested by the CBI after over 8 hours of questioning. Several accused in the Delhi excise case have been arrested so far. Manish Sisodia, the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister, also the man at the helm of affairs of the excise policy, was accused number one in the FIR. He too has now been arrested. Anshul, my colleague, with more details. Yes, Anshul.
This information has been brought to us by our investigating editor, Manoj Gupta, where it has now been confirmed that Manish Sisodia, after 8 long hours of interrogation, has finally been arrested by the CBI. What we have been told that the entire questioning that was happening, the CBI was not satisfied with the kind of answers that Manish Sisodia was giving, and hence they have decided to go ahead and arrest him. So yes, in the next 24 hours, we are expecting him to be presented in front of the Rouse Avenue Court, where the CBI is going to ask for a custody of his as well. So yes, it has now finally been confirmed. We are breaking this first on CNN News 18 that yes, Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has now been arrested by the CBI.
That's the big breaking news that we are getting first to our viewers here on CNN News 18, that Manish Sisodia, the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal's right-hand man, has now been arrested by CBI after over 8 hours of questioning at the CBI headquarters. Now this morning, Anshul, the Aam Aadmi Party, Manish Sisodia himself had predicted this.
Well, yes, the entire top brass of the Aam Aadmi Party has been claiming that they knew from sources within the CBI that he is going to be arrested. But yes, this time around, if you see the kind of evidences that CBI had, CBI considered it sufficient to go ahead and take this decision, because remember, this entire interrogation has been, this entire investigation has been going on since the last 5 to 6 months. In fact, the initial FIR was registered on the 17th of August itself. And today, now we are being told that Manish Sisodia has been arrested. This was the second time that he was called in for interrogation. The first time the interrogation went on for almost 12 hours, when he was allowed to go back from the CBI office at 11 p.m. in the night. But today, this time around, since there were already 3 arrests that were made by the CBI, also Manish Sisodia's name came up in destruction of evidences, where he went ahead and changed several phones and destroyed several SIM cards during a time frame of six months when this policy was being implemented. So now the CBI had all these proofs. Also, the CBI had statements of the accused who have already been arrested in this entire matter. In fact, Manish Sisodia's Secretary C. Arvind himself said that a deal had broken in Arvind Kejriwal's house in presence of Manish Sisodia, where it was very clearly said that the licenses should be given to wholesale licenses should be given to private players, where a 12% cut should be taken out of this. 6% should be given to the Aam Aadmi Party. So yes, all these evidences that the CBI was able to gather over the last 6 months, those evidence, Manish Sisodia was confronted with those evidences today. And since what we have been told at this point, that Manish Sisodia did not give satisfactory responses to the question that were being asked by the CBI, so the CBI has finally come out and said that they are going to arrest Manish Sisodia. Remember, this is a very, very big breaking news that we are bringing to our viewers at this point in time. Manish Sisodia has finally been arrested. And remember, CBI taking this decision to take into custody the Deputy CM of Delhi, who has 17 portfolios with him. So the CBI is also very, very sure that they are building an airtight case against Manish Sisodia at this point in time.
Yes.
And
Yes, do stay on with me. Ashish Mehershi, my colleague, also joining us for more perspective on these. Now, Ashish, Manish Sisodia has been arrested under the Prevention of Corruption Act. He faces several allegations, including that of criminal conspiracy and destruction of evidence.
So that is what, if you remember, the story that we broke in the morning when I was speaking to CBI sources in the morning, they told me that, their perspective was absolutely clear. It said that in case the case is false, in case the case is fake, why the court is not quashing the FIR? More importantly, why there was destruction of evidence. Multiple times Manish Sisodia destructed the phones that he was using, and he kept on changing the phones. Not only that, if you see, the kind of evidence that they have been able to collect over a period of time, it very clearly shows that there was huge amount of money that was exchanging hands, especially the South lobby. The money reached into the hands of certain people, especially an event management company, from where the cash was distributed during Goa elections. They have absolute evidence in their hands. Not only this, there are certain companies who are basically allocating. They were basically allocated licenses despite violation of the entire policy, which included cartelization. There were certain complaints against companies which were basically involved in cartelization. There were complaints against them, and despite that, Manish Sisodia ordered the excise commissioner, and he forced the excise commissioner to give the license. So there are many evidence which have come to light, and not only this, if you see the disclosure that C. Arvind, who was basically Manish Sisodia's secretary, a senior officer in the Delhi government, he has basically disclosed that during the GOM, when the GOM was done, there was no mention of 12% commission and the wholesale trade landing into the hands of private parties. In fact, the expert committee had very clearly said that the wholesale trade should be with the government. But suddenly, he was called at the residence of Arvind Kejriwal, and then the allocation of the entire wholesale trade with 12% commission, which is very high, it was given to the private trade.
Yes.
And then again, due to this, entire cartelization happened. People were given licenses for production, that is manufacturing. The same kind of people, same set of people were into manufacturing. They were also into wholesale trade, also into retail trade, and it was in utter violation of the entire policy. It is very clearly evident there were hawala channels which were used, where money from the South lobby, we all know that K. Kavita, the daughter of the current Chief Minister of Telangana, has also been named multiple times in various charge sheets and in remand notes. They have mentioned about 100 crore rupees exchanging hands. There were hawala channels which were used to bring money to Delhi.
The numbers are staggering, Ashish, as you're pointing out. The allegations are even more damning, and we